Hi guys, welcome to the Denim Distressing Workshop. So in your e-guide, I told you guys to have your scissors, your tweezers, sandpaper, and bleach. I don't need sandpaper and bleach because the bleach is for after and the sandpaper can be used after as well. So I decided to not distress my Levi's because they haven't been tailored because of the pandemic. But I got a great pair, 502s. If you have the e-guide, you know what that means, from Target, and they were $50. I put them on Instagram the other day, but yeah. So I'm going to use a pair of Joe's jeans. They're already distressed, and I'm using these because I'm actually going to cut them into shorts. So I'm going to show you guys on these how to distress and what to do with the sandpaper and bleach after you distress them. So first thing you want to do is find your place where you want to start to distress the denim. So usually it's at the knee point that you want to start. I already have distressing done here, so I'm going to do a little bit above the knee because that's where I'm going to cut my jeans into shorts. So what I do is I take the scissors and I dig a little hole. And I cut the hole just a little bit. And then I start to tear away. Because these are stretched, they have elastic in it, you have to be careful when they have elastic because sometimes they'll start to rip downward. So you just have to stop ripping there because you want that to be a natural occurrence. You want to take your tweezers and you want to go inside the rip and pull all of the white strings out to give you the worn effect. So I'm going to pull out a few of them. And I'm actually going to discuss what I'm wearing and how that distressing was done as well. So you just take your tweezers and you just continue to pull the white strings from the threading in the denim. And again, when you have elastic in your denim, not Levi's, but like some stretch, the pulls are a little bit different because the elastic is pulling as well, so it's retracting back. So you might get some rippling a little bit, but no worries. So as you can see, I've started like a nice amount of threading pulled out. It looks exactly how the manufacturer does them. So once you get a little bit of this, you go top to bottom, you pull out as much as you can. Keep pulling, and you can do this literally for 40 minutes and get out as much as you can. But what I like to do is I like for it to start it and then have a natural effect over time. And that's how Levi's are done too. But I like to use that same method with all of my denim. So after this process is done, this is where the bleach comes into. So you'll throw them in the washing machine. You can put them on cold, put a cap full of bleach inside, and wash them. And then it'll start to rip them. It'll start to get more like this and look more worn. What the bleach does, if you only use a cap full, it doesn't bleach the wash out. What it does is it thins the fabric and it starts to break the fabric down so that the wear is thinner and the distressing happens naturally faster. So yeah, that's part one of the tutorial. So the sandpaper, you can always use the sandpaper after. I don't really use sandpaper as much, but you can use it for like these little burnout marks. Simply just take the sandpaper and use it and just scrub it back and forth until you get the sandpaper mark. You'll start seeing like blue shreds of denim come out, and you just continue to do it and do the same thing. Throw it in the wash with a cap full of bleach on cold, and over time you'll start to get that distressing. So what I'm going to do right now, it's my favorite part, I'm about to cut these into shorts. Now, the best way, because I do it all the time, I think I know my body well enough to know where the short should be cut. So I usually turn them to the back and I start cutting them as Bermudas first. And I love Bermudas. And sometimes I'll wear them as Bermudas for a while and then I'll go back in and cut them again. Just because I want to. I usually do that a lot actually. Because also when you cut them into Bermudas, it distresses them faster at the bottom. And you get that raw denim look. So if you want to do the Bermuda, you can do the same thing that you did. And you take the tweezers and just pull it out and have the raw edge for the Bermudas. So these would be like a Bermuda version. And again, you can leave your distressed part. That's a good way to start. And then you just have that little way to go. And if you want to rock them as Bermudas, you can. But I'm going to go in a little bit further and I'm going to cut them into like shorts and then I'll try them on for you guys. And there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm cutting them. You just kind of like have to know, it's based off of like your height and you know how short you usually wear your jeans. So what you could do is take a pair of shorts that you already have and you appreciate that length and you use those as a guide. These aren't the best scissors, but it's what I have. I like arts and crafts scissors a little bit. So yeah, here we go. And they are cut right at the distress part. So I'm gonna have that raw edge. I'm gonna try them on real quick. Okay, so this is my first cut of the denim short. So as you can see, the distressed parts are here. They're a little loppy, a little lopsided, but that's okay because you can do one of two things. You can throw them in the wash like this and continue to pull out the threads and get like a really cool, unique distressed style. Or you can do what I do a lot, is just cuff them. Cuff them so that they're even. And that's it. Put on a designer t-shirt and some cool sneakers or some slime Yeezys, the heels, and you're good to go. And that's my spiel on my denim distressing workshop.